They've cut out a lot of these bullshit contracts. They gave out way too many Rumble deals at the beginning. They found out that Revenge of the Sis really didn't bring them anything. Ricada obviously was a fucking disaster. And a bunch of other people didn't get their Rumble deals renewed. The Rumble deals will be for the Crowders, the Bonginos, and the Brands.
Yeah.
And then after that, it'll just be like, hey, stream on Rumble if you want to. It's pretty dope. But you can make 10% more here than you can on YouTube. All right, let's go into this. Speaking of Crowder, he has settled his lawsuit with Not Gay Jared. If you didn't know about this, Crowder had a producer for years who was like his right-hand man. He was his Tom Hagen. He was his consigliere. There's Crowder, there's Not Gay Jared. I mean, they went on fucking Rogan together, you know? So Crowder and Not Gay Jared have a falling out. For whatever reason, there are... Now, you have the big-time Crowder haters who their contention is that Crowder saw how much attention Not Gay Jared was getting. People liked Not Gay Jared more, and they did. He was a more likable personality. And Crowder's like, well, get the fuck rid of him. You know, I don't want my background guys becoming stars.
Right.
Whether or not that's the case, I don't know. But Jared is out of the picture. Crowder makes him sign an NDA. You can't talk about my dick being on people's shoulder. You can't talk about how much I really love tucking it and dressing like a woman. You can't talk about any of these things. And then all of a sudden, the Crowder divorce stuff. The Crowder divorce stuff. I'm the Swedish chef for this segment. Where we got the divorce stuff with the Sturf and Crowder and the Nurtiger Jerd. So you have all the divorce stuff comes out, and that video comes out. You know, the fuck it, watch it, fucking watch it video comes out.
Right. And
Not Gay Jared has some stuff to say about this because he's Team Hillary Crowder. And all of a sudden, Crowder's lawyers start getting involved and going, fucking watch it. You know, they give Jared a watch it. And so then Jared goes public to the rest of us, makes this video where he says, hey, help me crowdfund this lawsuit. Not only is Crowder enforcing this NDA, but his lawyers are also getting involved in my employment and trying to screw with my jobs. So he launches this lawsuit and a complaint with the National Labor Relations Board, the NLRB. Crowder's people start fighting this lawsuit. They basically think they can cost Jared enough money where he'll drop the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jared gets the lawsuit funded, and now we find out yesterday that in December, they settled this thing. Crowder and Jared reached the settlement agreement above in which Crowder agreed to pay Jared an undisclosed sum, so he got some money. But I think the biggest thing for Jared in this is that Crowder rescinded the non-disparagement and confidentiality clause in all of his employment and severance agreements. So Jared gets to keep the money because, remember, I think Crowder's people were trying to go after his money too.
Right. And now they can't.
In exchange, Jared agreed to withdraw his National Labor Relations Board charges, which is, it's a hollow victory for Crowder because Jared gets some money and now Jared can make content talking shit about Crowder, which... I'm excited.
I'm sure he'd have a lot of viewers if he came on to say, like, oh, so this is what it was like working for Crowder.
Hey, Not Gay Jared, we'd love to have you on the toe. The agreement contains a confidentiality clause that forbids Jared from revealing the amount of money Crowder paid him. That's fine. We don't need to know. The agreement also states that the settlement payment represents attorney's fees and expenses incurred by Jared in defending against Crowder's legal act. So Crowder had to pay every dime that Jared had to put out there for attorneys.
Nice.
That is all the way nice. Now, if I'm Jared's attorney, I'm jacking up what those rates actually were. And that the parties may publicly disclose that the claims were settled and reference any information that is in the public record. One thing in the public record is that a Texas court already ordered Crowder to pay Jared $58,037 for filing the frivolous defamation lawsuit. Another thing in the public record is that the ULP charges Jared withdrew as part of the settlement would have, if successful, resulted in National Labor Relations Board order requiring Crowder to reimburse Jared for the legal expenses he incurred defending himself against the earlier Rule 202 petition and non-disparagement lawsuit as well. So basically, Crowder's
Saved a little money.
Yeah, Crowder decided, I don't want to bleed all this money. I'll pay Jared off. And then Jared was like, well, rescind my NDA too. No, I'm not going to rescind your NDA. All right, well, the National Labor Relations Board thing goes forward then. All right, fine. You can talk shit about me if you want to. I mean, that's pretty big because now if you're any other employee of Crowder, why don't you have a shot at getting rid of your NDA?
Right? I don't know how you would. I don't want an NDA to be on Louder with Crowder. It's just.
Well, they do
why
it.
Would you do it?
Well, no, what he does is when you leave, if you're still, I believe you sign a contract when you're, well, no, I'm sorry. You sign a contract when you're there that has the NDA in it for after you leave. And it's kind of like if you sign a prenup, you're like, well, we're in love. We're never going to leave each other. So who cares if this is in there? Then all of a sudden everything falls apart. And you're like, fuck, I wish I wouldn't have signed that prenup.
You're microwaving potatoes and turn around and find a dick on your shoulder. And you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, you're Jared and you're like, it's another good day. We got a good show coming up. I'm making a baked potato here. What the fuck? God damn it. Not a dick again. God damn it, Steven. And you're dressed like a girl again. We're not even shooting anything today. Sorry, it just feels nice against my skin. So this thing's over. I am, boy, I tell you, Jared would be a bigger man than I am if he decided, you know what, I'm going to be done with it now. I wouldn't be able, I'd be sitting there Jared. On my pillow the night before going, God, I wish the morning was here so I could fucking run this asshole into the ground.
Yeah. I really want him to go public with what he may or may not know.
You don't hear as much from Crowder anymore because he's doing the Rumble thing. I think that the Rumble thing is kind of Crowder cashing out. He's like, he's got his Mug Club money, which I'm guessing still does millions of dollars a year for him. The monthly membership deal. But then you get in the Rumble money, you get to do your show there. I'm sure he's still got tens of thousands of people watching at a time while he's on Rumble. Good for him. But I think Crowder Day is over.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone still watches him when you've seen him be such a fake, two-faced kind of thing. Like the whole stuff that happened with his wife, the chest surgery to look buffer.
Yeah. I forgot about the chest surgery. Why is it?
It's just he's so utterly fake.
Yeah.
It's just ugh.
What is it about these guys who want to be trad dads or trad husbands and shit, and they just end up being monstrous pieces of shit? I mean, in fairness to Crowder, he didn't have a kid who tested positive for coke or anything. At least Crowder
didn't get a chance.
Yeah, at least Crowder's kid wasn't on coke, so I guess that's a plus.
His wife got him out of there beforehand.
Yeah. Mussolini Diff with $2 says that money better be there. He's still falling apart. He's still mad at me.
Really?
I have no idea why.
I saw when I was launching my show, getting my show ready yesterday, I'd seen that a clip had been put up on his show, according to Rumble, 5 days ago, but the show's date was 10/5/2025.
Oh my God,
Mersh!
Mersh!
Wait a minute, we're in October,
bro. Mersh is from the future.
Yeah,
quit fucking with him. No, I still see Crystal Crocodile or _Mersh. They'll still have clips where I fucking hate Aaron. It's like, bro, we've never met. you gotta let this go.
Taking this way too personally.
You made my co-host cry on a vulnerable day once, and I called you. I said you were being kind of a dick. I didn't even really go in on you for it, and ever since then, you've just been like, "Fucking Aaron, I'll be there, dude."
And as the co-host who he made cry on that day, ignoring you is very, I don't mean this in a mean way. Ignoring you is very, very easy. You turn off the show and go on about your life.
Not for me.
That's simple.
Not for me. It's not. It's really hard for me to ignore him because, God, these clips show a real disaster in process. It's like saying it's easy to ignore the California wildfires. It is, but Holy
when
shit.
you don't live there, yeah.
But yeah, the thing about Mersh is it's a lot like the California wildfires. I'm like, I've never seen shit burn down this majestically before. So it's rather difficult. But hey, that money, Johnny,
Yeah.
it better fucking
be there.
Turd Burglar
I really
said,
need to order those googly glasses.
yeah, Turd Burglar says, I'm surprised Mersh hasn't brought down Rumble yet. Dude, this drunken retard has been saying shit like, I'm going to get the CIA can hire me and I'll help bring down Rumble. And then like, I'll sue Rumble. And okay, Patrick Melton, you're going to, yeah, what Rumble's doing is actionable. And it's such sour grapes. It's like, bro, where's your fucking spine? Where's your dignity? Because he's like, I'm going to sue Rumble. Why? Because they signed you to a contract, realized there was no return on investment, so they dropped your ass? Come on, man. Lose like a man. Lose with some dignity. Shit.
Plus, you still broadcast on Rumble. I'm going to bring them down. Until then, I'm live on Rumble.
He really does think he's like the terrorist working from the inside, and I'm going to bring down Rumble.
They don't even know. Like, you realize you're doing this on film. We can watch the clips. People clip the show. Like, I don't know if you're not very subtle, sir.
Mersh thinks that Rumble has like meetings about him. Mersh think that like Chris and Siraj and these guys from Rumble go, guys, what are we going to do about the Mersh question? Well, his eyes are going all swirly in his head, and he's losing bets on sports games, and he's his internet barely fucking works. But guys, it really sounds like he might have the high ground on us.
Well, actually, I didn't want to bring this up, but at one point there were some hush-hush meetings about Mersh. But those were meetings of, we don't like seeing you this way, and we just want you to check in for a little while to get yourself back together, and then we can come back. It's okay. Everyone falls.
Whereas Mersh thinks like Rumble's having meetings, and they're like, do we call Bongino and tell him to go in on Mersh? Is it time to call Bongino in?
No.
Landers, I can read the first part of your comment. The second part might actually be actionable. He says Mersh is legit mentally retarded. And as far as what he does to